This is AC Starlord, aka Awesome. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a very, very long time. So this review is for Thunderbolts. Now I did a review for Extended Cut for Fall Guys, so if you want to watch that, that's there. And I did a vlog for Free Comic Day. It's kind of a vlog. I didn't really record in the store, but you get my point. But this is Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is the team that you never thought would be put together. Like they're sort of like the Avengers. Now, when I say that, don't get too excited. I'm about to tell you that later. This movie's been out for what, a week or so, so most people already know what I'm about to say towards the end of this. This is a ragtag team of anti-heroes. You got the new Black Widow, which is Elena. You got the Red Guardian. You got Winter Soldier or Bucky, as some people call him Bucky, some people call him the Winter Soldier. You got the dime, you got the dollar, you got the junior varsity Walmart, Captain America, U.S. Agent, Walker, John Walker, I think his name is. You got Ghost and Taskmaster, but Taskmaster was never part of the team. They wasted Taskmaster, but the reason why they wasted her because no, she wasn't that great of a character in the Black Widow movie. So they all got framed by um Elena, the girl from the lady that plays in Seinfeld. They all got framed by her to do these different missions to take out each other, and they she promised them like freedom and promised them different. They promised them different things like Elena freedom to get away from her shadiness, and then Walker to be parted, and Ghost other another thing. But like they all have to work together. They all were there to like take out each other. And then also the character Bob comes in, which is also Sentry in the Void, which you find out. And they all work together, get out of this little place she put her in, put them in, and then they go to Elena and said, "We're arresting you." But then that's when she finds out the Bob or Sentry is born, and then Sentry pretty much takes over the rest of the film. And Sentry and Void is awesome. And Sentry is basically for you people that are not big Marvel fans or big MCU fans, or big comic book fans, I should say, reverse comic book fans, but you are MCU fan, but you don't know nothing about the comics about Sentry. Sentry is basically Marvel's version of Superman. He does have an S, but it's on his belt buckle, but he's basically Superman for Marvel. Um, Basically copied and paste, but except he has a dark side called the Void. The Void makes everything dark and mysterious and gritty, and it's when you get to that point, you see the alternate ego of Sentry, but aka Bob, and they all go into this dark little void. And they all have to face. Elena has to face her little demons and stuff. They all have to face their demons. But eventually, they go to the room that's at the very beginning of the movie where Elena was there trying to get some stuff, and it just shows that this movie has a lot of mental health. That like towards the end, it's a mental health of Bob and Sentry and how that is how he can take control of that. And all of them said, "We're here for you." And then that's when you hear the words "Dark Avengers." Not Dark Avengers. You hear the word New Avengers, so they become the New Avengers. And yeah, it's been an action-packed comedy. There's a lot of comedy through like John Walker, and most of it is also from Red Guardian. There's comedy in it. There's also action. There's also like mental health. Like I said, they had to go through all this. They're going through their mental. They all, even the anti-heroes, are going through their mental health, but also Sentry, is going through mental health because of the Void, and the Void is pretty much his dark side. But that character is always they're always going to be interconnected. It's a symbiotic relationship. Not Spider-Man, but symbiotic relationship between the Void and Sentry. Sentry and Void go together. You can't have nothing without Sentry. Um, so it is all a good thing. Um, have that, and it just shows the mental health of these all these characters as well. I'd say if they do have, I mean, these are anti-heroes of this universe. Um, it's and mental health of this universe, right? I mean, not mental health. You have the universe of these MCU characters, anti-heroes, and now you brought in the ultimate anti-hero that works for money. It's also a mercenary. How come we didn't have Deadpool in this? Deadpool would have been like a good person to have in this. Him and Red Guardian could bounce off jokes off each other, but Deadpool has here's the thing about Deadpool. Deadpool has leadership skills. I mean, especially can lead this team better than Bucky could or the Winter Soldier. I mean, Bucky slash Winter Soldier or Cinder, Bucky has did a very good job leading the team. I'm not saying that he didn't do a very good job of being in leadership, but I think that if you had Deadpool, Deadpool has led a small little team of the X-Force. Um, they all, as comedy in that movie, they all died, but that's how it happens. They just played it off for comedy, but he has been in different teams over the course of time. Maybe not in the MCU, but in the comics he has. I think he would have been a good person to be in this movie as well because he's freshly joined the MCU, so why not? Um, but that's my opinion. They should have Deadpool in it. Them being called the new Avengers, that's awesome. There's multiple different Avengers teams, but at some point, I think the original team of Avengers will show up. Um, I think they might have a Dark Avengers somewhere down the line, but this is a Thunderbolts would have been a perfect team to be called the Dark Avengers. That's just my opinion. Also, um, they did mention Captain America in the very beginning of this movie, so there's that reference from the movie that came before it. They do have an end credit scene. Um, they do have an end credit scene. With a funny one with Red Guardian, so stick between that and the other one. I'm not gonna give out too much, but if you've been following trailers, you've been following the next movie for the MCU, which will be a family of four people. Maybe you kind of figure out what I'm trying to say. Family of four people. They're also extending that family, might be five people in the family. Um, so yeah, that the second one's about that team that they had several movies about, even one that had the guy from Sinners in it. Um, um, Michael B. Jordan. So if you get what I'm getting at, there you go. But the movie's nonetheless fun, good, funny, awesome, amazing to go see. Go see Thunderbolts. I highly recommend seeing it. So if you like this video, put like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell, and deuces.